Hello, Big John Peterson here, Remax Realty Professionals. Welcome to the Market Minute for November 16th, 2022. We're going to take a look at what's been happening in the Calgary and area real estate market. You want a detailed breakdown of all the numbers, just click the link. We provide all the data to you. What we're seeing is that the number of sales are still outpacing the number of new listings. There's about 350 new listings coming into the market over the last week with 440 sales. Still seeing some price decreases, about 280, 290 of those price decreases. So sales activity is still strong. We're seeing a little bit of a pressure coming in on the new listings. There's people, as we come towards the end of the year, seasonality, fewer new listings are going to come onto the market. There are people that have been maybe waiting or looking for that perfect property, and they're going to try and get those sales completed, those purchases completed by the end of the year. Some interesting facts around pricing. So even though inventory is shrinking a bit, sales are staying relatively strong compared to new listings, but overall sales have come down quite a bit as interest rates are increasing. But we've seen in the last month, benchmark pricing has come down anywhere between 1/4 of a point and 1/2 of a point, very nominal. In most cases, you'll see that pricing has stayed relatively stable, except apartment condominiums is showing a 0 or a 0.1, 0.2% increase in benchmark pricing. So we're seeing some stabilization of pricing. That's happening in Calgary because we still have these strong buying demand happening. And why that's happening is because of the affordability here. Where other markets are experiencing fall offs in activity, fall offs in their pricing, we're staying relatively stable. We've experienced about a 5% decrease from the peak of this year to now, but prices are still better than they were a year ago, about 10% better. We're seeing sales activity still very strong for us here in Calgary and the surrounding area. And I'll tell you, if you are thinking about buying and you're waiting for interest rates to come down, please keep this in mind. With strong demand, not a ton of supply coming into the market, as soon as those interest rates stabilize and next year they're projected to start to soften up a bit or come down, that's going to create a lot of demand. That demand is going to push the prices of houses up. And there's some math that we can show you that actually shows you that it makes sense. Buy the property now at a better price, even if you got to pay a little bit higher interest rate for a year or two, and versus waiting a year or two for the interest rates to come down a little bit. But then all of a sudden you're buying at a higher price and you're stuck with that higher price, financing that for the life of the mortgage. Whereas if you're just taking a little bit higher interest rate, you're doing it temporarily, only for a year or two. We can show you how the math on that can work. It might work for your circumstance, it might not. But again, we're here to look at options. We're here to try and provide advice so that you can make the best buying decisions out there, best selling decisions, best decisions for you and your family. Please reach out if you have any questions. Take care. Talk to you soon.